Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Exactville. Okay, so as promised in the previous episode, I am going to start having a look at the a bit better public transport routing. But in order for us to do that, I would very much like to undertake this project of getting the rail maybe to this end over here and then have that as the final rail station over there. So let's do that. Let's get our rail station in place and then we'll move it from there. I'm going to slow down stuff just a tad. I'm going to go to the rail and I'm going to get not the super duper multi-track station. I'm just going to do the basic station. This one. The basic station somewhere over here. Yes, our bus lines are an absolute mess and I need to sort that out. Okay, so if we say pop a railway station over here. Okay, hang on. Let me quickly get rid of that bad boy over there. And then pop it in here somehow so that we still have enough room to potentially move it over or under the other side over there. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop in the railway station over there. Now, this is where the challenge is going to lie, is getting our railway station. So I would love to get this railway station, this railway line up and running, so that it can actually start with some commuter services in this area in general. Okay, so in order for us to do that, what are we going to need to do? We're going to need to run it underneath here, run it up here, and over that general direction. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm gonna go standard at grade crossing over here, and we'll see about the next one. And then over here, I'm gonna have to go under or over. Okay, let's start. Let's start by putting the railway in place where we pretty much want it. And I'm gonna switch off all the snapping, because ultimately I want to run it as straight as possible. Okay, so that I think is the intention. That's going to be the intention, and we need to somehow get it to meet over here, and similarly we need to get it from that side. Okay, so give me the bendy tool. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. This is definitely going to be a bit of a challenge to get that to work, and we'll have to negotiate this a little bit. I am wondering whether we indeed need this road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out Ashley Adams. This is extension over there. And what we may do is we might do, well, all this changed into Webb Street. So this is probably going to become our new connection. And I think, and what we can also do is we can bend this one like so and have a bit of a, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's take that out, and let's start by actually give me my grid back. Yeah, something like that. Not quite something like that. Okay, hang on. Give me my angles and everything. Let's see about that. Like so and like so. Is that a bit too tight? I'm wondering about that. Let's see if we start it on this side and we run it this way. I think that... How does that look? It's a little bit... it's not quite right. I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna bore you too long with this. I'm just gonna do it one more time and we'll stick with that. I think that's gonna be it. Okay, perfect. So there that is. That's in place. What I now want to do is I now need to reconnect this road Oh no, not. I wanted a bendy piece over here. Please give me a bendy piece. Thank you. Wanted to do that, so let me do. Alternatively, we can go over, can we? Oh, that's the other option. That is the other option. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over. So let's trim that one back a little bit more, and we will go over. Okay, so we'll do about 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll do another 6 up. There we go. We're gonna go just a tad over there. We need that about as low as we can go. Gonna drop 6. Ooh, this is gonna be a little bit tight. We're gonna need to that slope is a little bit tighter than we would like, but we're gonna stick with it. And what we're also gonna do is we are gonna run this one back, and give me. I'm wondering. Let's see how that looks. Is that? I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Perfect. Perfect. And then we're gonna bend that one into. Let's run it straight till there, and we will bend it in and like so. So there we go, right? There we go. We've got the rail running through there. What I'll do now though is connect this one up here. So give me the straight section through there, and let us link that back up there. And that is working out brilliantly. This is marvelous. This is marvelous. So there we go, guys. That's what we've done over there. I'm not that's a little bit on the steep side, but I think that's okay. Now the big chunk, the big action piece over here will be this one. And to be honest, that's probably okay over there. But I would like to be able to get this one nice and wide, though, the big one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with upgrade this section of the road to a nice and wide boulevard type arrangement. And that works. That rail is hugging that one brilliantly. Really hugging it brilliantly. So the rail, it just won't be able to go over. So what I'm thinking of is actually dipping it down and then having the rail cut over the top of it here. I think that's what we're going to do, and it's just going to be a standard type. And I'm wondering if Move It will work for this. If I, for instance, do this, is it working? I don't think that's quite right, though. It is actually working. It is actually working. Okay, so let's dip that a little bit. The problem is our rail line is so close to this that I'm not too sure that this will work. Ultimately will work. Okay, so we obviously have to have anarchy to be able to see whether we can do that. No, that's definitely not going to work. Okay, so can we, okay, let's go back. Actually, to be honest, let's do this, right? Let's trim it all the way back, and then I'm going to finish off the rail track section. Okay, and we're not quite anarchy. So let me fix that in there, and I want to take, there's a bit of a kink here. So let me move it. And let me take that one. I'm just going to, there we go. That's perfect. That is perfect. And what I might do is I might just get this to high. Ooh, ooh, that's not what I wanted. No! Why are you doing this to me? There we go. I think that's okay. That is okay. So now what I'm wondering is how the hell do I get this thing to go underneath? Okay, let's restart that and see about getting that one to go underneath. And I think I'm going to go back to the standard road. And I want to, if we drop it like 8 meters over 8. Yeah, and we're going to drop it a further like that. Nice. And then we're going to raise it like so. And there we go. I think that's okay. And then we're gonna obviously need to tie that back in there. No, I didn't want to do that. Where's my bendy tool? Okay, and let's see about bending that one in. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So we've dipped that one underneath there. Now what I'm wondering is whether I don't perhaps do... Now I might have to cross this one over the top. Yeah, and what that is going to mean for us is that we've got very limited connections between these two towns or town areas over here. There's no connection then over here. Well, it's all the way around there though. Anyway, that's fine. I think that's going to be fine. Absolutely fine. So let me take off all of the snapping. And I want to start off by doing the small section over the top here. 12. Yeah. That is it, just like that. So let me trim this one back. And then what we're going to do is we are going to get the bendy tool out. Get it a little bit more like so. And we need to go up by 6. And then we will hang on. We will bend it in like that. There we go. And now we need to drop that one back down there. And I am afraid that that is gonna go. That one is gonna go. Okay, and 6 up over here and finish it up over there. There we go. Ooh, that'll never happen. Column, it has to be on the side though, so let me move it. Grab the column, and let's move the column out of the way a little bit. Just a tad, just like that. Okay, perfect. There we go. So the column is no longer on top of the tunnel. And now we have got a perfect grade separated environment over here. Though probably a little bit costly, but I think that's fine. And the rail is running nicely through there. No problems whatsoever. The only problem that I am experiencing here is that we've got no proper road connection over here. So everybody wanting to get into this area will have to come around and do that, which might get us better traffic movements on our, give us some heavier traffic volumes on our main movements. Okay, let's crank this up again and see how that goes now that everybody is linked up nicely. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of a commuter rail thing to go here. Okay, so let's go commuter rail. So please start your line over there. Make a stop for us over there, and then have your final stop all the way out here, and then go back that way, stop here again, and finish off the line over there. I don't want funny stuff, so let's just remove vehicles, please. Remove vehicles and select a vehicle type. I'm just going to go with the standard passenger rail for now, and let us add 2 vehicles to it. 2 vehicles, and that is it. This is the well, let's just call it the A line. All right, let's just call it the A line. I think that's going to be perfectly sufficient. We are gonna allow vehicle unbunching. We are doing anything else? Vehicle count modifier, nothing whatsoever. And let's enter the A line over there, and what I want is I wanted to give it a nice blue color so it stands out a little bit. Perfect. There we go. It will go day and night, I think. Okay, so now we've got a commuter rail running, and I hope that is quite good, and that will link up to. Do I need to provide, no, I don't need to. I think this just runs services anyway. So that'll actually allow people to get all the way in. And now what I'm going to do is let's pop into the bus services. So let's open up the bus lines, please. Wow, we've got lots of people running the bus lines. Can I just see what's going on? Just for a second, let's see what's going on. So we've got Chestnut Industrial with lines going in there. We've got this green line going out all the way to this area, 2 of them actually, to be honest. So I might have to have a bit of a look at that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to so in my mind, the public transport services the buses are used as feeder services to feed the more direct and fast lines. So what I'm going to do is the Moore Heights line. I am going to delete that one. Yes, thank you. Please delete that entire line. And what is this green one? The Aspen PM line. I'm going to take out that line too. We'll get new lines altogether. Okay, I'm going to leave the Bank Main and the Beechwood Park line for the minute. And what is this Franklin Aspen industrial area line over here? I'm going to leave that one in place as well. What I would, however, like us to do is include something that can stop somewhere over here that will actually link up with the rail somehow. But we'll get to that one. The first point of business is to get a new bus line. A new bus line. Ooh, what is this? A modular bus station. That's fine. Let's get a new bus line, and I would like this bus line to start its journey at the railway station, and then we will run it down here. Okay, so started by doing that and doing that. This is just a bit of a collector route that I would like to see us using to get more people to actually go to the rail line. That's the intention of this line. Okay, and that should be fine. Somewhere over there. Then I want to run it through to somewhere over here. So this is a neighborhood line that is used to feed this. Okay, so let's remove vehicles, please. I don't want any vehicles on it for now. Let's select a vehicle type. I'm going to go with the standard 12 meter vehicle, and let us. Why, do you have any vehicles on it? Let's add 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles to this line. This will be the, what is this area called? This is Moore Heights. This is the Moore Heights local. So Moore Heights local. And perfect. Let's get that in place. This is going to Going to give it a bit of a turquoisey color. I am liking that, and that's it. That is it. We've got 4 vehicles. It's running immediately, and there we go. So that's the Moor Heights local, and that should give us a decent pickup over here. The next thing that I'm interested in is providing a similar route, but to Chestnut Industrial. Okay, so let's start by joining. Actually, let us start within Chestnut Industrial, and I'll start it all the way out here. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. That's not one way. Yeah, we will pop in there. We will, shall we use the same stops? It's probably good practice to do that. So let's use the same stops, and we will pop it around this way. This is not, oh my goodness, my one-way arrangement is a little bit sucky over here for what I'm trying to do. Let's go back. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go back. Let's start it. No, I don't want that low. So let's start it over here. Okay, let's do that. Start there. No, on the wrong side of the road. So we'll start it over here. We will do a bit of a stop over there. We will do a bit of a stop over here. We will then do a stop over here on this side and a stop there. And I know this is getting a little bit convoluted. And then we will go here. There we go, perfectly done. Now what we'll do is maybe we'll add an extra stop just somewhere over there to pick up a few people, and then we're going to join up that one over there. Perfect. Let's remove vehicles, please. I don't want those guys. No, none of that. I want to select these vehicles and then add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vehicles, and this will be the Chestnut local. I know it's not exactly Chestnut local, but it's gonna be called that. And this one I'm gonna give a yellowy color, yellow orangey color, just like that. Perfect. So that's the Chestnut local, and that's also feeding this railway station over here. I'm gonna move the other ones in a while, but for now I think that's the setup over here. Somehow I need to connect these up, and I don't have room for, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to add a station over here somewhere, so at least we can get the people from this. Where are my stations though? There are no stations around here, so I need to add more than that, just that. And to be honest, I probably need to loop it through this section as well. So let us loop it there and loop it here and do a station over there. I don't want that. Take it out and do a station over there. And then we've got that station there. That's good stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll need to do some kind of way. Well, that's not close enough in my opinion though. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. That is okay. So let's start by doing that and see how that goes. I'm liking it. Are we getting tons of people using the rail? It does look like it. Got lots of people using this. Line 2 and line 4. A line. Oh, okay. This is A line stop 2 and A line stop 2 and stop 4. Perfect. So that is starting to get a little bit of use, and this is a little bit of a walk for these guys though. But look at that. Look at how busy that is. And these guys have a bus stop over there. But yes, it is a little bit further away than I would have potentially liked it to be, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. The next area that probably could do with a bit of public transport is this section over here. Maybe that's not quite filled in enough. There's a lot of passengers using that. I am liking the public transport component of it. It's really picking up nicely now. So I'm liking that piece of it. And this looks so kind of how you would see a bit of a commuter rail running through. And I'm hating these little small stuff that's also running on there. And possibly switch that off. But I'm not going to do so straight away. I'm going to just keep that going. So there we go. That is the rail, commuter rail, and the first kind of the localized bus routes feeding this area that is being resolved. What is now possible is for us, and I'm going to do that, is I'm going to actually do a bit of a bridge, pedestrian bridge across over here, because now the rail is dividing us. So let me get my, hang on, over here. My trusty pedestrian bridge components. So let's switch on anarchy over there, and maybe the other one that I want is this one to the back, like so. Or shall I do it right there? Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not have a significant bridge system over here. Okay, there we go. Now what I want is a little bit of this guy, so wrap that across there for me. There we go. Perfect. So we've got a pedestrian connection over the top of the of the rail line and the kind of main road over there. And that is running in there very nicely to feed this area. And maybe the fact that we're limiting interaction over here is a bit of a good idea. The only thing that I'm probably missing out on is the connection from the other side of the road, but I think that's okay. I think that is okay. I think that is generally okay. What I'm going to quickly do is see about popping in. I wonder if I've got the brush tool. Ooh, switch off anarchy. Do I have the brush tool? I don't think so. Anyway, this area would actually make for a pretty decent park. I'm not gonna fill up a park. I'm just gonna kind of indicate that this area should probably be a bit of a park with some walkways and the like. Well, anyway, I need to brush it a little bit better. So I might switch on the brush tool or get the brush tool in the game again and then sort that out. Everything else is doing well. This intersection is getting quite busy, and there we go. This is a kind of a bit of a dead end thing over here, and this is still working, but ultimately it'll probably run into a bit of problems. That is connecting over there. Are we seeing a lot of tons of people walking here? Not really. Got a lot of people waiting for a train to come in. I'm loving it. When is the next train due for arrival? Come on, here it comes. And there we go. Lots of people coming out. Lots of people going in and going back. And here are we seeing the people cross over here? Oh, lots of people are walking in that general direction. So once we fill out this area a little bit better, we will certainly have a bus route that does that kind of thing too. Perfect. I'm loving that. That is looking pretty good. I need to focus a bit on this side. I've been very linear over here, but we've had a bit of a fire over here, and I'm guessing the fire trucks couldn't get here fast enough. Yeah, it's a little bit far away, the fire truck, to be honest. Okay, I'm not going to be fussed by that too much. Okay. And yes, that is pretty much it. So we've started doing the commuter rail. We finished off this project through here. And ultimately what we could do is we could also add industrial rail stop somewhere along here, and this section of the rail might just be a doubled up rail section that's used for both commuter rail as well as, ooh, what was that? Commuter. I want to get these crappy movements off of it. Really, these crappy little vehicles off of this line. And I think I need to just remove the assets in order to do that. It's kind of assigning those assets by itself. Yeah, okay. So let me quickly talk about what I want to do in the upcoming few episodes. I want to do, let's pop out over here a little bit. I want to potentially connect up some of these fertile areas over here with a bit of a farming community. I want to link over to this side, cross and start developing on both sides of the river. That would be very nice, and I want to build out the city in that general direction to have a nice linear city that runs all the way to the coast, with this highway that runs in the middle, this railway line. I might actually spur off the railway line to make sure we've got a good commuter rail system running through there. Then I want to start looking at ferries up and down here if we've got both sides of the river developed. And I would want to check all the others. I want to do monorail systems, and what I could possibly do is have a bit more heightened area somewhere with some blimp stops maybe, or something like that. So all in all, that's still a lot of stuff that needs to happen. And this area is slowly starting to get filled in, but I think we're staying well on top of traffic. I don't think we've got any real problem traffic areas. The busiest section still remains this section over here into this industrial area, but it's nothing so that it's really a problem. This area is also starting to get a little bit busier, but again, nothing major. Oh, just as a final thing before I end this episode, what I was thinking of doing is actually setting this as the priority road. So Blake Street is now the priority road over here. So hopefully that means these guys, well, that's a little bit problematic. I'm hoping these guys wait for them. Yeah, that's what they do. They wait for these guys on the priority road. That's cool. That's cool. So Blake Street's a bit of a priority road through here. Ooh, this, however, is going to be interesting, because this in fairness, what I'm going to do is this needs to be a signal. Okay, so this needs to be a signal. Look at the pedestrian traffic to the railway station. So clearly I need to sort out a bit of a bus loop to do this kind of thing, but we will get to that. Okay guys, I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines. We are playing Exactville. If you've liked this episode, please give me a thumbs up, and why not subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Bye bye.